Hi, folks. It's Rob down again with Managed IT Solutions. Apparently, my last stream, I had to mute on my microphone the whole time. I apologize in case you haven't noticed the difference between last week and this week. I got my camera set up the proper one, not just my webcam, and then I broke out my cool mic and not just the webcam mic. Cool mic has a mute button. Apparently, I pushed it. My apologies. So, once again, Rob Downs with Managed IT Solutions. Welcome to Tuesday Tech Talk with sound. So something new, a talkie and in color. So quick reminder, Windows 10 comes end of life in 3 weeks from today. So if you're still running Windows 10, you're going to want to upgrade to Windows 11. It's free. You'll want to make sure you have good backup. Make sure your apps work with it before you do so. So if you can't upgrade because your apps won't work with it, you can buy an extension if you are using it for your business. It's $61 per year per computer. Don't recommend doing it more than that because next year they're going to double the price. And if you can't get a computer in before the end of in 3 weeks, then you might want to upgrade that too. So for your home users, you can get a year free updates or a year extension for support. They have waived the requirement to sync all your data to their cloud and OneDrive, from what I understand. So I would definitely make sure that you're getting out there and getting upgraded. This week's supposed to be about AI mostly, and I'll hit on that. Just trying to get some cyber stuff out of the way. Windows 10 is kind of important. We're running against a ticking clock, right? So, and then other big news. 2 big corporations got hit in the past week. Actually, Jaguar Land Rover's been hit for longer than that. Production stopped. They're not making any new cars. People are going to lose their jobs. So, that's a big impact. There was a brewery in Japan that got hit this weekend. Half their supply goes into Japan itself. They provide a huge amount of beer to Japan, and they are not taking orders. They are not fulfilling orders. And again, people's jobs are at stake because of it. So, and they had internal notes that they brought to management that they could suffer losses if there was a cyber attack. So how much they acted on it and were acting on it, who knows at this point in time. I'm sure we'll find out later. But it's very important that people keep cybersecurity in mind. October, tomorrow, and the 31 days following it, is National Cybersecurity Awareness Month. So now it's time to start thinking about it. If you budget for next year, time to think about what you're putting into your budget, right? So make sure you guys keep your computer safe and your systems safe. If you're a small business owner, you're protecting more than that. You're protecting jobs, right? So I know as a small business owner, that's one of my driving priorities is to make sure that I protect my employees, right? So final thought on cyber is you're not too small to get hacked. You're too small to make the news cycle. Lots of small businesses get hacked. So keep that in mind. Now, on to AI, which is what I really wanted to do today. Lots of businesses think that you can just, implement AI, and it's simple and easy until they actually try to do it. Now, there's going to be a handful of tools that you can implement fairly easily, especially on an individual basis. But honestly, it takes a little bit of planning, which is why there are companies like mine that exist, Managed IT Solutions, mitsaim.com, where we help you do that. You have to think about the fact that we're going to come in and talk to you about how your business works, right? Probably doing something you should have done and you haven't done, and maybe you thought you should do, is how is your business workflow, right? From incoming customers, how are you acquiring customers? How are you selling? What's your sales cycle? How are you delivering either your product or your services in a timely and efficient fashion? And that's where AI comes in, right? So we want to speed all these things up or expand them out. But that takes time, that takes some planning, that takes some thinking. So that's where we want to help you, right? So what I'd like to mention is something that you can take and run with tonight, this week. I'll try to do this on my AI weeks, is mention something that we're doing real world. We are an IT company and we do AI, but we've only implemented some AI, right? It's the cobbler's children's shoes type of scenario. So last night I sat down. I use ChatGPT. I have a paid version that I use, and basically sat down and went, I need to start building out processes, procedures on how we better leverage AI and automation tools inside of our business. So let's build a plan for Q4. And that's what I did. So most of it was around, for us, some billing, some invoicing type stuff, AI related as far as automations are concerned, and getting that rolled out and building SOPs. So my point is SOPs, great place to start if you're doing individuals for AI. If the AI knows your business, which it should, I've been feeding it data for a year, it can go faster than if you're starting from scratch, right? So you just keep going and keep pushing through. And if you don't like what the results are, just reprompt it or tweak your prompts, right? And then when you're done, here's the real secret, right? Ask the AI what prompt you could have used to get you the results you wanted at the end when you're finally done. And then copy and save that to your favorite note-taking app, right? OneNote, I use Loop for a lot of stuff, that type of thing. So one final reminder is with AI, much like with everything else in the world, if it's free, you're probably the product. So be careful what you put in that AI. I pay for it, so I get to choose whether or not my information or inputs train the models. If it's free, typically you don't get to do that, right? So choose wisely and make sure if people in your company are using it, that they know this. You should probably have an acceptable use policy. Contact us if you'd like to get one. We can provide one to you. And then final, just a reminder, again, October is National Cybersecurity Awareness Month. I'll be talking more in depth about it next Tuesday. Hopefully I'll have the audio the first time I go through the video instead of the second time. So IT happens, right? So that's why we're here. So you guys hopefully will have a lovely rest of your Tuesday and have a great week. And I'll talk to you next week.